The Showman's Guild was celebrating their centenary at the Townmoor Hoppings. Keith Turner, who's chairman of the Northern Guild section, talked about the future of fun fairs.
The local authorities tend to take sites away from us for the redevelopment, but they never give us a site back in its place. We come across this problem a lot of times. We never get a site for the one that we've lost. And that's what we need. We need more sites. The business, you can see, the business is not dying. People like myself and us three gentlemen, we won't let it die because the love that we have for the business, we won't let it die. But we need sites to open on. They must give us sites.
So do you think it's a case that people, for the sake of maybe a weekend or 2 weekends at the most, should be just a little bit more tolerant?
I would think so. I think it's the same old story. Everybody wants a bus stop, but not on the front door. It's the same with fairgrounds. But if people just give us a chance for the fairground, they get no problem from the showman. They get no problem from the people who actually come. We just need a chance to prove ourselves. With some local authorities, if they get 1 or 2 complaints in, they seem that they take notice of them 1 or 2 people and they would tend to stop the fair, which I think is totally wrong.
The Guild is the body that acts in disputes between showmen, and it's also the body that is the go-between for us and local councils, so that one showman is not dealing with a local council on his own. He's got the complete backup of the Guild at local, which is the northeast section area, and at national level. So it's a thing that provides a service for us to obtain and keep fairgrounds throughout the country.
I now declare the Hoppings 1989 open. Thank you for coming along. Thank you.
We'll get up 9 o'clock in the morning, check the machines, make sure they're all safety. If there's any jobs to do, then we'll have to do them. And normally we work at about 4 o'clock, open up at 6. Like say here, we'll have to be up earlier in the morning because we're open at 2 o'clock, you know. Really long hours, till about sometimes 10, 12 o'clock at night. I'd advise any young kid that's coming out of school to take this for work experience, because it's the best job in the world for work experience. Because you've got every job in it, electrician, mechanics, painters, you name it, it's all there. Plus there's the excitement and the enjoyment. It's just a good life.
Chris, how long have you been travelling with Keith Turner's Imperial Amusements?
Since Easter, Washington.
What made you start to travel with this particular ride?
I've known the lads for a long time and I just think they're great. Get on with them now. I wanted to work with them. It's made a big difference in my life. Like, it's just a laugh all the time, even when we're putting them up and taking them down, you just have a laugh. I've always liked this waltzer life.
To the dollars, there is but one concern. I have just discovered some girls are bigger than others. Some girls are bigger than others. Some girls' mothers are bigger than other girls' mothers. Some girls are bigger than others.
Outside, you're in for a fright. It's
It's got a great atmosphere. I like coming down because the people's candy and everything.
Come October, when the waltzer's being pulled down and it goes away for the winter, will you be depressed during the winter?
Yes, there's nothing to do. That's all you think there is to come down to the fair.
You're a young lady that's going to be very lucky. Don't be so open-minded. That's what you are, but you're very open-minded, aren't you, love? You have no need to worry. There's a change in your life with a certain boy. You've got a friend and you've just fell out with her, a girlfriend. I don't want you to worry, and everything you take in your hand, you'll succeed. Are you listening? You was thinking about leaving home once, weren't you? Don't be a bloody little fool. There's no to leave home for. You'll succeed. You're a bit easy-tempered. But there'll be luck, there'll be happiness.
The thing is with machines, the man who we actually bought it off, his life was built into it. But it's just a change of the times. We brought it up to modern day, the colour. It's just a change, complete change of the times. So what's happened is my life's beginning to get devoted to it. And possibly so on the kids will be the same way. It's just something you grew up with, you're brought up with. But you've got to love the business to do that. And when it's all up and you can stand back and you think, that looks well, that's what we get out of the business. That's what we get out of it. Self-satisfaction.
One man has been part of this waltzer for more than 20 years.
Roughly about 65, 66, more or less. And that's when I'm more or less trying to get a job. I used to do messages, and I slowly walked my way from off the joints to the machine. Where every year has different fittings we're putting on, like, you know, which we've got to replace, you know, the safety reasons and that. And such like the sleepers and that, like, getting like the odd crack in them. When you get the odd crack in them, fair enough, you've got to get them out, put new ones in. And hinges, we're going through them like to a penny. Odd times when I'm down the centre and I'm checking the machine and that, and if I miss something like tells me, make sure, go back, double check. Like every morning when I'm down the centre, breezing the centre up, checking the G-wheel bolts and all that. Always double check, make sure it's all right. Plenty of grease on, plenty of grease.
The business has got something you can't explain till you've actually done it. Even the lads who help me, they can't get away from it. They get married, they settle down, but they've got to come back weekends or just come back even just for a look. I've got one lad who's come through just to socialise. You can't get away from the business. Yeah, you'll get the odd one or two kids that'll come up to the machine and they'll be 2 pence short of something in the money, and one of the other kids will have the right money, you put them on, you know. You don't upset them for the sake of 2 pence. I've seen kids that's overspent the money, and you'll come down at night time and you'll say, what's the matter? You know, why aren't you getting yourself away home? I've spent my bus fare. Well, you give them the kids the bus fare back, you know. You'd never see them stuck.
That's it. We're over for tonight. Would you do the right thing, my friend, but after this concert? Thank you.
Less than 8 hours after the lights go out, you have this desolate scene. Keith's Funfair and most of the other rides are well on their way to other towns. You've just had a glimpse of what fairground people are really like. And don't forget, there's always good seats for good riders next year.
I think the lads will probably take over the business. And when I get old and grey, I hope they get me about. And the time when I stop travelling is when, as I say, I'm 6 foot down on the ground. That'll be the end of me. Not till then. I love the business. I'll always be here.